Airport Road. This is a second one.
Mm-hmm.
So he's on here, so this is another, this is an additional slide on Airport Road.
I don't know enough about it.
Yeah,
I
so,
know they went out and looked at it.
yeah, so you wanna just stay, we can talk about that at the next meeting,
Yeah,
when TJ's here?
Yeah.
Shame on him for putting an agenda item on.
Well,
Discussion regarding the purchase of a front loader to replace the township's current equipment due to it not being able to obtain parts anymore for that old of a model. So, this is the piece of equipment we load salt and so forth, many other jobs with. I believe it's a bit over 20 years old.
I'd say 90. I think there's an issue safety-wise as it shuts down
Mm-hmm.
without any acknowledgement and,
So it has a safety harness and so forth that if it believes the person is not harnessed in, it shuts down. If it believes there's not someone in the seat, it shuts down. We've replaced multiple since 2022 trying to fix this problem, but it shuts down on them and it no longer can be used on mobilizing on a road because you don't know when it's gonna, they hit a bump, the machine shuts down in the middle of the road. It is, you said 90? The 90?
somewhere in the 90s.
I was gonna say, I believe it's, yeah,
I don't.
I believe
had
it's
it
20
there.
plus years old, they don't make other parts for it. It had
That's
some,
true.
I don't know how else to say it, my dad would say ass end problems. Last year, it's, parts have to be made for it, they no longer make parts for it.
We can trade that old one in there. The low bidder has a reduction in price. We can trade it in.
So there was some issue with, we're obligated to get the most money we can for it, whether or not us putting on municipal would be a better value to the taxpayers to sell it on municipal versus trading it in.
How does that work?
Do you-
Do we have to take, somebody bids in there, it goes to 20,000?
No, we put a reserve. We put a reserve
It's
in
like
it.
the car auctions.
We reserve it to at least what the person is willing to trade it in. We won't take less than what that person is willing to
How often do they
trade
do
it in.
them, this a bit?
Constantly. It's constant.
People sit in their pajamas and they bid like crazy. If you ever looked at the ads for municipal, because when you go on that line, you'll see, because I've done this, I've been involved for years, very specific clause saying in bold, you're buying this in as-is condition.
They're gonna pretty much know a 20-plus year piece of equipment's gonna have something on it.
Should we do that now?
Municipal?
We can put a reserve in.
You've done municipal, haven't you?
Yes,
Isn't there, and there's a clause that you put as is, buyer beware.
right.
And someone may buy it for parts,
No,
just because they have a 20-something-year-old piece of equipment. We've put a lot of new parts on that thing in the last 3 years, and we're paying into a beast that
Do we need any
needs.
direction from this body to have us put it on this bid now so we can accelerate the process of
Sure.
acquiring this piece of equipment?
You wanna make a motion?
Well, all I want to do is authorize the road superintendent to go ahead and
List it.
follow through at the bottom of this. We're not using the thing because of the
So-
restrictions.
What I would like that when he puts it on one, that he puts the reserve to be at least what
I
we
think it's
were willing to get it
27,000, 28,000.
plus any cost, if you add on, I think there's a cost for listing on municipal.
Yeah,
If
we
it's
think a
27,
fee.
if it's 500, add that to the reserve, so we cover the reserve and
How are we gonna handle, because the vendors who were pitching to buy one of their pieces of equipment, they were taking the thing, they're gonna bring a piece of low boy or whatever they need to do to load it up and get it out of here. We have that responsibility, we just, here it is, come and get it.
that's what happened with the hot box,
That's right.
they had to go get it.
Okay, that's fine,
So, we'd have to get a new bid from the person that bid
that's fine.
the trade-in. Now, do they need that piece of equipment, cause I mean, it sells 2 days from now. Can they do without it until we,
Yeah, actually, we're using it infrequently because of the problem with the controls.
And I know that it's gonna be a real issue when it comes time to salt, they need that piece of equipment for
Can't
salt.
load without it.
We've actually been, leasing outside equipment because of it's dangerous to
Okay.
use, but,
They
The other-
also told us that if we sold the old machine outright, that all we have to do is just not use that credit, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, take it off the bid.
Take it, yeah.
the other question I have,
Yeah, here's what you have on the agenda. Discussion regarding purchase of front
it
end.
doesn't cost anything to go on this bid, really, as long as you put in the cost of putting it on there into the reserve.
Second part, so basically, you have an item B about this front end load, correct?
Yes.
Just part, I would just put it in there, let's
A
say,
listing of municipal.
a motion
De minimis in nature.
a motion to direct the secretary, direct the secretary to place on municipal bid, what's this device called again?
Front end load.
What? She knows that, I think
She knows how, or?
You know municipal, don't you?
I mean, I helped him with the hot box.
Okay.
Well, motion to direct township administration, township official, township employees to place this front end loader on municipal bid effective immediately with a reserve of what, 27,500?
I have to check, I think it's 28, 27.
Is that what it is? Tom,
John, what is the reserve, let's look
what
at,
was the trade-in?
What's the
It's on the Volvo one over there.
$28,000.
so you're making that motion?
I'm making a motion.
So the reserve of $28,000.
I thought you would put that 500 on it.
Yep, 28.5.
Is that Claire's motion?
Yeah, that's right, 28.
I'll second that.
My concern if we don't act in a reasonable time, is before you know it's gonna be snowing.
That's the reason I wanted to discuss, so, the second part, so I still have to do an all in favor of the municipal thing, all in favor?
Aye.
So, the next part of the discussion is, we have to discuss how we're financing, where we're financing, how much we're putting down. In your history, what's the best place you get financing, so what is it you,
How much?
is it the dealerships or?
Well, I think you.
John Deere was pretty cheap.
They did it before
What
it
the
cost.
interest is?
Pardon? Yeah, that was fine.
Almost that, a little bit under six.
That's not bad. That's not at all. But I think right now, vehicle loans are like 7 or 8%.
Yeah, they're hot. Unless you buy a Ford Lincoln or something.
And I'll tell you, the normal thing for equipment is crazy because contractors go out of business, they gotta go find the equipment,
How much-
they can't go.
So how much, what do you purchase this vehicle, this equipment for? What's the purchase price?
Well,
Yeah, it's $179,540
Not the
plus
trade.
the trade-in.
It's 201.
It's 2 without the trade-in, how much you would find?
Without the trade-in,
Without the trade, what would you find?
If that's the treasure, how much you
it'd be
want?
$179,940 plus the trading value of the.
With no trade-in, what's the purchase price?
So you got 270.
Alright, 2 and 7, what do you wanna put down on it?
Problem is, they gave us the financing for with the trade.
Alright, so you're gonna have to go back, is it?
that's with the financing part, but it's still that price of thing,
Right.
so how much do we wanna, how much do we thinking about?
I think the one time's around 50,000.
Okay, so we get an allotment from Liquid Fuels for equipment over here, correct?
Yeah,
Is that about
you use
the-
so much of the,
Yeah, it has to be used on equipment,
Yeah.
whatever.
So how many years is the loan gonna be for? 5 years. Is there so you need an amortization schedule?
we can get that document. I think the first step is going at the municipal bidding and see what we
We're
got.
gonna come back in 2 weeks anyway, right?
Yeah. I mean, you
I
got.
just, this is just a discussion item that like,
Right.
so we're discussing, are we gonna probably put whatever Liquid Fuels allotment?
Well, you look at fuels, you have certain requirements when you start to look at fuels in terms of,
Right.
so that's where, we need to have, you should have Diana possibly what the requirements are or something, or I'll tell you who else does.
I would have Mary Ann because she works with Joan and stuff from different.
We have that information,
All right.
it's restricted, I think it's 20% of the allotment, you're allowed to use the purchase
So
equipment.
you have, right.
Okay, so,
What I'm asking is, can we use, so it's a 5-year, so can we say that for the next 5 years, this allotment of liquid fuels will go towards that? Because when we do our budget process, we'll do the, so,
But you see, I think you need to sell the equipment first,
exactly,
and then put this on the thing, and then figure out maybe in the meantime, how you're gonna finance this.
correct.
So we need to get a new set of financing tables from
Yeah.
the company.
and the amortization.
And we award the $207,000 to them.
It's, what you may wanna do, if you wanna, talk to your local bank and see if they'll give you better,
The interest rate is John Deere.
because banks usually give you a discount in your.
Because you have
interest.
We can ask, I mean, it's not a big deal, but it's a sequential process, let's sell the piece of equipment, I'm not using it now.
Well, that
Then we
motion's
bring
already
John Deere in
happened, so
to see
that's
if we can
happened.
bang them a little bit and get a better number.
That motion's already happened, that's happening, but,
Right.
Okay, so we already have, so that's, we got the motion settled, now we're gonna go,
for the next meeting, we'll try to have, what we are gonna do. Because next month, when we do budgeting, we're gonna have to budget to
I agree.
budget it in. So,
I think I'm gonna ask Mr. Puglisi to talk to John Deere, they're the low guy by a considerable amount of money. They have a good maintenance program that this organization we're buying it through. Set a meeting up and make sure everybody knows when a meeting is, have it when it's convenient for everybody, and see if we can get them to reduce the $201,000 number down. Fair enough?
sounds like a plan.
we'll invite him to a meeting and talk until they give up. Till they give us a discount, so we ain't stopping.
I don't know, it doesn't hurt.
The other discount